All right, bring us in, Desi. Jason and I have been talking for 10 minutes. We're ready to get this thing started.
Right. We had a full podcast on salsa and chips already.
My bad. Bad timing. My friend called me, and then I was asleep until 6:29, and then I woke up to his phone call. Luckily, he called me.
Jesus Christ.
Who?
My friend Aki.
How's he calling you?
He's in Mexico.
Jeez.
Ooh. What's he got for us?
Well, he's finally getting his U.S. passport. He had to go to a Venezuelan embassy. The only one he could go to. I guess there's not one here. He had to go to the one in Mexico.
Oh, that guy? The Venezuelan guy?
Finally becoming a full-on American.
Nice.
Which I've already
go see in
him.
California?
Yeah, now he lives in Nashville.
Jesus.
Already seemed like an American, which is crazy. He's finally.
How's he American if he's living in China? I guess California and Nashville are both America, but
Yeah, you just find a way.
he just went to China for like 1 or 2 years.
He went to China with a girl from San Francisco for 2 years. This was in like 2015. Then they divorced, a bunch of crazy shit. She tried to get him deported and everything. And then he went back working on a weed farm, living in his truck with his dog. And met a girl. Yeah, and then met this other chick, white chick, and then yeah, they got married.
Wow. He's lived a couple full lives.
Yep.
All right.
All right, yeah, but anyway, we're here. It's the week 15. It's me.
Week 15. Did you say week 15?
Yep.
Yeah. You just took it.
Yeah, I'm freaking out. I don't have my mouse. My mouse isn't working.
Jason, can you take this over? Jason's gonna have to watch this one back again.
We're going to really let the guy in the tinfoil hat lead the podcast?
You know Eric's gonna rip you up in the chat, Desi. You gotta get it together.
No, just having fun. I didn't have any warm up. I just came in here, didn't even get to,
Yeah, how do you sleep and then go to this?
Got to. You're actually wearing it. I didn't even notice you're actually wearing a tinfoil hat. That's crazy.
First thing I noticed. All right, well, Jason, you got a tinfoil hat topic, or should we get into the Marty?
Well, we can do Marty and then do a palate cleanser with all of our favorite topics.
Yeah, let's get Marty out of the way. Later, I'm going to tell you how I've solved the YouTube golf conundrum.
Perfect.
So,
everybody, welcome to the Rick and Marty podcast. I'm wearing a hat. Desi just woke up. Travis is the master of chips and salsa. We're going to review last week. We're each going to talk about a topic that we want to talk about tonight, not related to the Marty. And then we're going to look at the next round of playoff matchups. Play the music. Let's go!
By the way, this is the last ever Marty cast. This is it. Now we're transitioning to the new thing.
I'll cut myself live on the podcast then.
Wow.
End it now. I'll die with the podcast.
There's a place for you in the new podcast, Jason. There's a place for all of us.
This is my home.
But I sent you guys a video a long time ago. Maybe I'll have to send another one, and they don't do it anymore. And it was like the greatest thing. Every Friday I would watch this YouTube thing, and it was like 8. Every week there was like 2 main guys, and they would have like 6 or 8 other people in the room, and they would just be shooting the shit, talking about movies, and going to the couch going to all these different people and guest characters and stuff, and it was the greatest thing ever. And then they just stopped doing it, and we can do it.
Fill the void.
We don't even need cameras or mics or anything. That's the crazy thing. We just do it on Skype.
Yeah, it does make it easier.
I mean, obviously it'd be better quality, and we could eventually do cameras if we did for a while.
I didn't realize Jeff changed his name to Chode Hunter.
Chode Hunter, yeah. He's hunting, boy.
Zach mentioned it.
I mean, every sentence Zach says in the chat either says chode, cunt, faggot. I just thought that was just a thing. I didn't know his team name was actually Chode Hunter.
Is it a chicken or the egg situation?
Yeah.
Did Zach say it first and then Jeff changed?
Well, if he said it in the chat, Jeff definitely didn't see it because Jeff has never been in there.
They wouldn't be able to communicate. How would they communicate?
Wouldn't that be great if we just found out they're like best friends texting? They like have like weekly calls with each other and we didn't know about it.
I don't think that's possible.
It's definitely not, but that would blow my mind.
Right, Desi? What do you think about all that?
Yeah, well,
If we had like guests on the podcast,
I can't hear you, Desi. Jesus.
had guests on the podcast.
No. I mean, I can hear you, but it's very low.
Turn it up.
All right, do you hear me now?
Nope.
Turn it up.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you hear me now?
Turn it up.
Are you talking into the mic?
All right, you don't hear me?
Turn it up.
It's low. Turn it up.
Turned it all the way up.
Super low. Is your cable all the way in?
All right. Is it better?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I was trying to play the NFL music, but I couldn't. I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah. You spent the last 10 minutes trying to do that?
Yeah.
That's why I texted you an hour and a half ago. I said, have it ready.
I know.
You can hear him. He woke up at 6:29.
Yeah. Well, now I know.
Yep. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not going to apologize on the podcast. I'll send you a message after this. You know.
What's Commander's community?
It's just a special organization.
Is it?
No, it's just the Thanksgiving helpers wear this.
Were you a Thanksgiving helper?
1 year, yeah.
Oh, 1 year?
Yeah.
But their name just became Commanders.
Yeah, my mom works for Safeway, so she got this.
Oh.
How sick is that?
That's cool. Handing out swag in the community.
The guys who live next door to me went to the game on Sunday night.
Poor bastards.
I know. They got to come home to the water heater broken too. So they were out in the fucking cold all night and then come home to no hot water.
And they'll never go to FedEx again.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time before we get a new stadium.
Yeah, I heard news today.
Man, our games are embarrassing on national television.
It's so bad.
The fans, it's like 70% the other team fans all the time.
It's literally what every other fan base on the East Coast circles as. We can go get cheap tickets to go see our team play.
It's cheaper to travel 300 miles to go to
a
Hurricanes game and go to your own game.
100%, yeah. And you still can't get me to fuck. I don't care if it was fucking if they paid me $20, I still wouldn't go.
No, I thought about wanting to go to that game. I kind of wanted to.
Me too. It crossed my mind too. I looked up tickets. I almost thought about asking if somebody wanted to just tailgate like we did back in the day, but it was free.
I'd rather do that. But even our parking lot's so bad now.
I haven't been in a while.
Last time I went was with one of you guys.
The last time I went, I think, was with Jeff and his uncle. The good parking lots to tailgate in now are all like VIP. Like you can't just get a fucking parking pass like we used to back in the day and get a decent lot.
That was wild shit. A couple of those games.
Because remember we had that stretch where Jeff, when we were 0-7 and Jeff's uncle had season tickets and he said, "Here, take the last 6 games of the season." We got to go to the Giants night game, the Ravens night game, the Cowboys game. It was that was so sick.
Awesome.
Dude, yeah, no.
Now it's dead.
And it was a fun team. At least we had RG3 who at least once a game would do something fucking sick that was worth paying attention to.
Yeah. Those were the days, man.
Desi fell asleep at the Giants. Was it the Giants or the Ravens game he fell asleep?
The Giants.
Giants, yeah.
And yeah, I don't know if I've told this before. It's been a while, but at a Christmas party the next in Christmas, that was right afterwards. Someone was like, "Were you at the Redskins Giants Monday Night Football game?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I saw you on the Jumbotron and you were fucked up, man."
Seriously?
Yeah, because what I remember this.
Well,
I
the tickets
looking,
were the 2 rows behind the dream seats.
Yeah, we were being so
zone.
obnoxious, and I feel bad thinking about how I acted that night. We were shouting the worst things to Eli Manning, like "you fucking cocksucking faggot," like cunt. Like I think it, like all the kids, like parents with their kids, like had to move to other seats. Honestly,
but
Jesus,
I don't remember if it was that game or another one, but there was somebody like 2 rows in front of us who had like a fucking 6-foot sign and was holding it the whole time, like blocking the view. And
I don't
we
remember.
were berating them, like, put the fucking sign down, just holding it the whole game. And we weren't the only ones, but because there's people behind us too, like, Jesus fuck, why do you have to have this sign up for the entire fucking game? Nobody cares.
We probably talked a bunch of shit. I don't know. We were crazy, dude. Me, Jeff, Jason, Ferber.
What a crew.
That's who went to the Giants game?
Yeah, that was us. I passed out in the
Didn't
back.
you also black out at the Eagles game? Monday night, where Vic threw that 80-yard touchdown first play?
No, I wasn't at that game.
You weren't? Wasn't there another story of you and like Michelle was there, I think?
Maybe.
You never went with a whole group of people?
I did went with a big group. Yeah, we went. I didn't black out that day.
Did
No, that was a fun, good game. The Saints game.
you make a fool of yourself?
We won. No, I stayed pretty cool that day.
I must be thinking of the Giants game.
Yeah, that's the Giants. And but what I was going back to is I made eye contact with the security guard behind the main camera that zooms in on the fans behind the goalposts. And I like made eye contact and like flirted with her with my face, like kiss or something. And she tapped on the guy's shoulder and put it at me. And I just made like a stupid face, like trying to be funny. And
it was on TV or just on the stadium?
It was on the stadium. I don't know if it was on TV.
Yeah. Maybe. But nobody else ever said anything? They were too embarrassed?
I don't know. What about what?
To tell you that you looked like an idiot.
Nobody else said that. I don't know. Maybe nobody noticed, dude. It might have gone fast. And
I remember there was a Laurel Hill member, and I was just watching a Nats game. And there's just a shot looking over the batter's shoulder, and he's, he was in like expensive seat, and it's just zoomed in on his face for 30 seconds or something. And I saw he came in. He didn't come in like every day, but he came in like the next day, and I was like, "Dude, I saw you on TV." He's like, "Really? Nobody else told me that." And even later, he came in and was like, "Yeah, nobody. You're that guy who saw me on TV. Nobody else saw me." But they were just zoomed in on his face for 30 seconds.
That's crazy. Wait, you saw him on a TV? Oh, you remembered him, and he was just a random fan in the stand?
He was a member at Laurel Hill, so he came in a lot. And he was in those like expensive seats somewhere pretty close behind the batter.
Oh, okay. That's how you recognize.
But he was in the shot, zoomed in pretty much right on him.
And you really did. That's crazy.
And then he came in the next day, and I was like, talk to him about it.
The funniest similar moment to that I had is when I saw Kyle Colbenstetter catch the bat at the Nats game.
Really?
That the batter lost the bat and it went into the stands, and Colbenstetter like caught it. And I saw him on the TV, and I just like messed. I was like, "Oh, nice catch." And he was like, "Yeah," or whatever. That was pretty funny.
Dude, it's crazy seeing people. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the best story is Andy.
Yeah.
Laura and I watched that for like 20 minutes or something, just watching him be an idiot.
What happened?
And Laura took a video. I think a bunch of people did.
Yeah, I remember seeing, took a video that I had too of him. He was right behind the dugout and he was hammered drunk and was like doing weird shit, hitting on the dude who was passing out, or the girl who was passing out popcorn and beer, was like pretending to like hump or lick her ass or something. I forget what he was doing to her, and then started dancing.
Crazy shit, like, you know, these shoulders and, you know, crazy faces and stuff. And his dad the whole time just sitting there like this. They're wearing Dodgers gear at the Nats.
Did the Nats focus on him?
Oh yeah,
the broadcast.
He was right behind the batters. Like there was no way to avoid. He was right behind home plate.
Well, yeah, but did they ever like zoom in on him? I don't think I saw that.
I don't know, but the
video.
The videos that I took, you can't even see the batters. Like it seemed like they were like very focused on him. Like he was right there. There was no way to avoid it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can tell you a little inside baseball. They're probably, you know, that's like from the outfield. That's like an 800 millimeter camera, so that's not going to have a shallow depth of field. So all that stuff is in focus.
Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely no way to avoid it, but it definitely didn't seem like they were trying to avoid it. If you're a cameraman, you know you're trying to catch random shit on there every once in a while, and you get the horny ones who zoom in on the hot girls.
I would have thought they would zoom in on them.
Yeah.
They were interested by it. But maybe they did. I mean, we didn't watch the whole game.
No, yeah. You catch the random horny ones.
No, I forget what happened, but I think we knew Andy was doing it or was going to be doing it.
Yeah, I can't remember. I feel like he drunk texted everybody, and we all kind of turned it on.
Yeah. Or I saw somebody's story talking about it.
I remember he was texting me earlier that day, already hammered. Like he had already been going after it before the game.
All right, so are we talking about the Marty first or what?
Oh, yeah, Marty. Last week's matchups. Let's get into it.
So we had they were close going into Monday night. Yeah. Everybody was alive.
2 close matches.
Yeah, my tight end, back and bit me. Tight end story this year for me.
And we said the fucking projections were high scoring, and they were even fucking higher. All high scoring. I don't remember the last time we've seen this many points in a playoff matchup.
There's a reason we were in the playoffs.
Well, normally there's at least one shit the bed team.
Yeah. But what kind of sucks is, really I wanted to. Juana Man was my tight end, but then he got injured, and I saw that he was back going to be playing again, but he had a questionable tag, so I didn't pick him up. And then he got 2 touchdowns.
Damn, that would have done it.
It would have done it.
Or it would have been close. He didn't have many yards. It definitely would have been close.
No.
Yeah, it would have done it. It should have done it. Yeah.
12 points. Yeah, actually, it still would have been close, probably.
Yeah, I think he only had like 20 yards.
But still, I would have won by like 2 or 3 points.
Yeah.
If everything stayed the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Conklin.
Played good defense because I think I would have picked up Knox or Juana Man, but then he picked up Knox, and then I was thinking Juana Man, but ended up going with the 2-point dud. That cost me my season. DeAndre Swift cost me my season. That dude's a bum.
Yeah, he fucked you hard.
Amir Abdullah.
Good team. If somebody was in place of DeAndre Swift, it was decent.
Maybe you should have rode with your commie Jahan Dotson.
Nah, he hasn't done anything lately.
I mean, Travis, you take away Rodgers and Jones' touchdown pass, take away that and you won.
You won before that, yeah.
What if he just ran it up the middle instead of catching it? Or not him, but what if A.J. Dillon or I don't know.
Well, I mean, they were going to get it. A.J. Dillon already had 2 TDs instead of Jones. It was coming.
But even if it was just a rushing to Aaron Jones, you still had a better chance.
Nah, I don't think I still wouldn't have won. Aaron
It's
Jones.
2 touchdowns off the board.
Yeah,
that's 12 points.
That
takes you to 50.
13.
Plus the catch is 13. Plus the yards.
If Aaron Rodgers didn't throw a TD and Aaron Jones didn't run or catch it, But
hold on, I
Aaron
think
Rodgers would have thrown a TD or something.
I'm gonna pull up my calculator because it's so close. What the score would have been without that play?
You have a calculator?
Yeah.
The TI-83 Plus?
How'd you know? I still have mine actually. I'm just using my calculator here.
How'd you know?
Why do you have a calculator? Your phone has one.
That's what I'm using. That's what I meant, dude. It's just.
Oh, I thought you had a real calculator.
Oh.
Who doesn't have? You need a real calculator for an emergency, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, what would we do if all the computers just go down?
Pedram would have still won at 149.46.
Point basically. 1.5. Yeah, so I'm relatively happy that I at least put up a fight. So I honestly thought he was gonna smoke me this week. So I can go out with my head held high.
Sure can.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
All right, let's talk about Eric and Jeff.
Congratulations to Pedram on advancing to the next round of the Marty Stein playoffs.
You honestly also got unlucky. If that game was in Detroit or in Indianapolis instead of Minnesota, Kirk Cousins would have been benched. The only reason they didn't bench him is because Minnesota fans would have murdered everybody on the coaching staff.
It turned into a
when it was 30-0 at halftime, Cousins 100% would have been benched if it was a road game.
Yeah,
I didn't have to see anything, dude.
When him? That's crazy.
Because Minnesota fans are fucking nuts, dude. They would have rioted.
Yeah. Gotta keep them settled. I mean, that was so sick, dude. And I had the 27.5 spread. That was crazy at halftime.
That was
they
real?
scored 1 touchdown and cover that. I thought that was such an easy bet. I wish I put more on that. And then I took the money line. I cashed that out for 70. It was $5.
That's crazy.
That was actually a real line, 27.5. I thought you were kidding.
No, at halftime in that game, it was 27.5 for 10 minutes, and then
really?
Money line was plus 2,500. I put money on. So I could have turned 5 into 130.
They usually don't give up on the favorites that much because they don't want people making those bets.
Well, people were down on the Vikings at the time, dude. It was crazy.
It was 30-0.
Oh, I know, but usually in that case, they would probably set it at 16.5 or something, because you would expect the team behind to score.
At least 23. They
showed nothing in the first half. He had 40 yards in the first half.
Yeah. I mean, it is crazy.
It was crazy. Fucking Brock Purdy. Can't believe Brock Purdy didn't lead Eric to the promised land. He tried. Another high-scoring battle here. Jeff takes down Eric.
Let's see here.
Even with Chubb and Adams shitting the bed. Jerick McKinnon, the god.
Yeah, that screwed me too, because Pacheco didn't get shit. It's not all about me. Yeah, 12 points there. Both games, 12 points ended up. Crazy. Devontae just shit the bed. Still won. McKinnon had 34 points? God damn.
He scored. Remember, he scored like a 40-yard touchdown to end the game.
He's crushing it, man. Unbelievable pickup. Jeff really primed here. But, Eric easily could have won. They were trying to get Watson so hard to touchdown.
I thought Watson scored. I don't know if I envisioned it or if he did. And so I really thought Watson scored. For some reason.
All right, well, let's look ahead to the final matchups of the season. Chode, Glock.
Wow, that's it. That's all. Let's just go on it. All right.
What? You guys got more to say about Eric?
I was just super random in the middle of talking about it. You just fucking like, all right, let's go on to the next. Just super. Never heard you advance a segment in the history of the podcast, and then you just randomly jumped in at that moment.
Let's go.
All right.
What? The shortest?
That was the shortest analysis ever, bro.
Was it?
Anyway, I think, Jeff, it's amazing with those two quarterbacks somehow with the season they're having.
Well, I wasn't really paying attention when their matchup was going on, so, I mean.
And he had a KJ Osborne on the bench with 32 points.
KJ Osborne? 32 points.
Oh, Jeff. That was Zach. Oh, wait. Holy shit.
Oh, Jeff.
No, Jeff. I saw the chode, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
they're both chodes now.
A lot of chodes.
All right. And then Eric's team,
Geno Smith also kind of let him down at the end.
Yeah, and surprised Hawkinson didn't get any of the action in that comeback, so maybe a little bit.
Yeah, he got nothing from that. 8 points. He just didn't have. I mean, Derrick Henry had a good game, but apart from Henry, he just didn't get a blow up like Jeff did from Kittle and McKinnon.
McKinnon.
I mean, McKinnon is the difference here.
You know who's the sleeper this year is Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin.
Never had under double digits.
Yeah, it's like Gallandabi or whatever. What's his name? Gal
Gadot.
He's on the Giants. They paid him a lot of money, and he sucks now. Galladay.
Oh, that was Desi's boy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Galladay and Chris Godwin. That's Desi's boys.
Yeah. I mean, look at his sleeper numbers this year.
You know what's crazy is Courtland Sutton had 200 yards and 3 touchdowns every week, and no one even talks about it.
Courtland Sutton?
Yeah.
According to Desi.
Yeah.
He's a bitch. He is a freaking bitch, but whatever. Yeah, next season's gonna be so fun.
Where we firing up that Marty draft? What golf course we hitting before?
Yeah, that's gonna be
draft.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready to draft.
We won't know that until 4 days before the draft.
Ready for the Marty Cup and the draft, baby.
Let's go.
Once your season's over, you start thinking about the next one. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, I've considered that. I've had those thoughts this year.
It's on to the next year.
And I just slap myself out of it.
Yeah. Good. Now, can we move on? Are you guys done?
What you want to talk about random shit and then end on Marty picks playoffs, or you want to do Marty playoffs and picks now?
Stick around till the end to find out who we think's going to win this year's Marty Stein Championship.
Last ever Marty Stein final episode.
All right, let's hear your YouTube golf hack.
All right, you ready for this, Desi? I think you're the other person who uses. Do you still use golf videos on YouTube?
Time to time. I mean, I haven't practiced golf in a while, but I like that. I forget his name, but he's like, what I ought to know is he
Danny Maud.
Yeah, Danny Maud. I like his Ricky
Shields.
He's he looks like he's changing. Like, I can tell he's getting tired of this. And he kind of got like exposed when he had this good tour a few weeks ago. He played with them and just constantly just not playing as good as them. And like, yeah, I think it was bad for his brand. He seems a little stressed out, but he's playing at Pebble Beach. And he's in Pebble Beach for his latest video, and that looks like a sick par 3 course. It's like on a deserted peninsula down there.
That's the most in-depth analysis about a YouTube I've ever heard. That should be your YouTube channel. Dude, that's fucking... Dude, that's...
I don't think anybody else will understand what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever watch any YouTube content, they got that joke.
Nice.
That's crazy, dude. But anyway, here's the secret. It can only be done this way. There's so much there. This is the only way you can do it. First, it's kind of a 2-step process. First, you have to watch one of these things a decent amount to find out what all the bad common golf mistakes are, right? So you just kind of maybe know, and maybe actually it's better to do this process the other way. But first, you have to video yourself.
Golfing?
You know, your swing. You got to take a camera, put it behind you, and put it in front of you. You know, face on and then behind you. And you watch these videos, and the thing that these videos all do is they all show you what the bad thing looks like. So they'll be like, you know, like today, I've realized I have fucking early extension. And so I've seen...
That's why you hit it thin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably. I thought but I like that miss. It's a better miss.
Well, it doesn't matter about the miss. It just matters that I was looking at the video the lesson guy took of me, because I don't usually do that angle. Like sometimes I video myself in the basement, but I do a face on usually. I don't usually do from down the line. But the video guy took a down the line video of me, and I was going through it, and I was like, damn, because I watch these videos for fun basically a lot too sometimes, and they were showing what the early extension looks like, and I was looking at my video and I was like, I definitely have early extension a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. And so I watched a bunch of early extension videos, and I don't think I'm doing it anymore. I need a video to confirm it, but I went to the range and had a crazy range session. Because it's kind of cool, actually. The fix to early extension is just to like get super close to the ball. Like I just got set up super close to the ball, because then you can't do it and hit the ball.
What is early extension? What is the early extension?
Early extension is like your hips come closer to the ball, like at impact, like coming into impact, and sort of go up. So you're sort of standing up, and your hips go to the ball. Your chest kind of goes away from the ball.
That's what it's an easy mistake, especially if you're like really trying to focus on like penetrating ball first. A lot of people just tend to do that because they really want to make sure they're extending out and hitting down on the ball. So people kind of do that a lot.
Well, I think it's also easier to do if you stand too far away from the ball. I think I was standing too far away from the ball.
Oh yeah.
And then if you crowd the ball,
I noticed your hand. You could probably fit 2.5 of your hands between your stomach and your hand placement. It's supposed to be like 1.5.
It's less now. I was crowding the shit out of the ball, and you can really feel you have to go like down and left.
It'll help your draw too.
I mean, it helped everything, because I mean it helps you compress the ball. That's what I haven't had is compress. I don't compress the ball.
That was the word I was looking for. Yeah.
With my irons, and this I was compressing it at the range. and the ball marks on my club look like a tiger. I wonder if you can see this.
What's he doing back there? If you're trying to talk, Desi, no, I can't hear you.
No?
Can you see that? Yeah, look at it.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Still the same thing like before. It's loud.
You seeing that?
I am seeing that. Not hearing you, Desi.
Wow,
Beautiful.
That's a whole bucket of balls, dude.
That's great. That's great.
I mean, that looks crazy. I don't know if that really is coming through on the video because that looks crazy.
No, is that a perfect fucking pyramid to the middle of the club?
Hear me now.
Anyway, so that's what I want you, Desi, and the other Marty members to do. Because honestly, if you do that, and also you could get like 1 lesson, 2 lessons, and try to get them to tell you like, what am I doing wrong? If they say early extension, then you go to YouTube. Now, we can't hear you, Desi.
Okay, you can't hear me? You cannot hear me.
Now
we can.
And it's good?
Yep.
Good, yeah.
Okay.
All right, what's your all's topic? Jason, why are you wearing a tinfoil hat? Let's just get to it.
Well, some new JFK stuff dropped, guys. Did you see that?
JFK stuff?
They declassified a lot more of the JFK assassination CIA documents and stuff. And basically I'm sure it's literally the reason the conspiracy theory term exists is because of the JFK assassination.
Yeah.
But it was confirmed that Oswald was on the CIA payroll and they had direct communication with him.
That's in the documents?
That's in the documents.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Oh, you can, you don't have to go through the whole thing that I did, but I sent the entire Google Sheets.
Well, if that was the case, wouldn't there be news articles about that?
Why would there be news articles about that?
Why wouldn't there be?
That's what they don't announce that they're like dropping. It's not like a news thing like, oh, new doc. They just drop them. And then some people research them and some people don't. But there's memos from the State Department with receipts paying Oswald.
All right, well, here's something from Newsweek or CBS News. Anyway, yeah, there's articles about it. The New York Times doesn't really say anything about him in the headline, but there's a Newsweek article that does says new documents shed light on CIA's connection to Lee Harvey Oswald.
Which everybody fucking knew.
So what do they say?
It was basically they had communication with him after the assassination, and there was receipts of payment to him before the assassination. And there's communication with him between the CIA, FBI, and Oswald, of all of them communicating together as well.
Oh boy.
And they released some of the additional documents that there was a book about it, so a lot of people already knew about it, but there was additional documents released with the connection between Jack Ruby, the CIA, and Oswald as well, that he wasn't just a random actor or some sort of revenge thing, but Jack Ruby was also involved with the CIA as well.
But I'm not seeing, it's still, could be what you're talking about, but it also just could be that they, he had done the CIA and decided to kill him on his own, but they didn't want to admit.
Oh, sure, yeah. No, it is. I mean, I'm not completely black and white. I do realize that a lot of the reasons probably why every single event in the history of the world is involved, that the CIA is involved in, is because they're also out looking at people who aren't good. And they're trying to probably do their own thing to stop or whatever. But there couldn't have been a person more open in the history of the United States about abolishing the CIA. He said, JFK came out and said that the CIA is too close to being its own state. He wanted to completely abolish the CIA. He wanted no part of the CIA. He was the most anti-CIA. In the previous drops, there's documentations of basically him getting threatened by fucking Bush Senior. There couldn't have been a person more openly against the CIA, and
then a CIA.
And for this one, I see no way that's coincidence.
Certainly seems like that way.
Plus, with all the evidence they ignored of all different shooters and from the get-go, that it wasn't just him acting alone, which was the most obvious thing ever, but was way easier to cover up in the 60s.
Yeah, dude, I feel like everything's cleaning up that mess still, dude.
Everything's cleaning up the JFK mess still.
He's the last real defense against the cabal, the world global domination.
Literally the term conspiracy theory was created because of that. It was definitely, and I mean, look how long they've released way crazier declassified shit since then. But you're right, Desi, that is like the staple of, if this is fucking admitted, then that's the end. Like, that's fucking crazy if they actually release everything related to JFK.
Get out of the cities now. Jason, you got to get out of there. You're right in the heart of this thing. You're in D.C.
Zelensky's in D.C. right now.
Oh, gosh.
One of our dog walking clients is a huge, high up ranking official, State Department, and he said today that Zelensky's in DC, and that's why there's a bunch of road closures and stuff.
That makes sense, dude. So much traffic going over the bridge. Oh, so that's like the Wilson Bridge has been ridiculous. I thought it was because of like a Cirque du Soleil.
It's been wild because they're also like
X-Files music.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Did you just notice that?
Oh, I noticed it, but you're bumping up the volume a little bit.
Yeah.
It was too
quiet. Thank you, Desi.
I mean, I did hear it, but...
Thank you, Desi. I sent it in the chat too, but all the new JFK declassified documents are in a Google sheet that I put in the chat. If anyone else wants to be as crazy as me and go look at them all.
How many pages is it?
Oh, thousands.
Thousands?
Yeah. Because literally one page is one memo. Sometimes.
You read it all?
I haven't read them all. No.
You know who you're starting to remind me of?
Who?
Someone we haven't mentioned in quite a long time, actually.
Mike?
Travis?
Mike?
No.
Mike Marion?
No. Tron?
Oh.
Well, no.
I don't think he doesn't read anything. He just posts shit.
I disagree with that. I think there's...
I don't know what he's like. I haven't followed him in so long.
There's a few legitimate possible conspiracies, and then there's the stuff Ace Tron is talking about. Those are two totally different things.
He's on another.
I'm not really into conspiracies as much as I'm just into the government corruption. I'm not into like all the crazy conspiracy stuff. I just like
those are the three reasonable conspiracies because, as you say, they're based in government corruption, which is obviously a thing, and B,
There's way more than 3. What are the 3 you're talking about?
all 3 have very clear motivations.
What are the 3 you're talking about?
Well, right now you just said it.
JFK.
JFK was against the CIA. CIA killed him. That's like, motivation and whatever, killing. Then there's 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Iraq and all these places were threatening to go off the dollar, which would have crippled our economy, so we invaded them.
Mm-hmm.
So, inside job.
I'm actually, I can't believe you included 9/11 in it. I'm excited about this list now. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the third one is probably, I actually think I think the third one is the craziest one, but I really think it's possible because clear motivation. We wanted to beat the Russians to space.
The moon landing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also just like the weird thing with, what's his name? Kubrick. Putting in the Apollo 13.
I think that
picture in The Shining. And
well, they could
have easily filmed that.
The weird thing is that Kubrick actually did film a fake moon landing for press purposes.
Yeah.
As well. So that muddied everything up with that. And
we haven't been back, since basically.
I think probably it's kind of a compromise, but my theory on that is that we went, but nothing that we saw was it. We went, but Neil Armstrong, the fucking tapes and the video, the feeds, all that's completely fake, but we did go. That's kind of my theory.
Yeah.
That we wanted to, because it's pretty obvious that there is no chance that we could communicate with a ship in space in 1960s, that film from 1960s could survive getting back from a fucking flight. That shit is pretty insane to think about. The fucking thing looks like it was put together worse than my fucking tinfoil hat. So I think it's a mixture of 2. I think we 100% have been to the moon, and I think there's also I don't know if you guys have heard this stuff, that some transmissions that the ship picked up are fucking weird, and they don't want to release all of it. Have you guys heard any of this shit with that they were receiving weird transmissions from other planets when they were going to the moon landing? And there's I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much.
Do you believe in the moon landing?
I think we've been to the moon for sure. Yeah. Do you?
I don't know what to believe. I have no confidence in anything. Maybe.
Yeah.
I've seen enough evidence to
I'm
not 100% sure.
But Buzz Aldrin 100% says that he was never there. He is not even shy about. Have you seen his interviews? They asked him. They asked him. He was in front of all these college kids, and they were like, "What was the scariest part of going to the moon?" He was like, "Well, if it happened, I probably would have been scared, but it didn't." So, he is so crazy now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really have confidence in any of this stuff either. But those 3 to me have very clear motivation. There's a reason they would do it.
Yeah, probably the other, if you were making a list of the ones that were the most pushed back on by our government, that ended up being 100% true. Also, if you're putting in that list, would be MK Ultra, Area 51. They murdered hundreds of people for Area 51. And then there was a fucking Facebook party there 5 years ago. You see how quick shit turns around. The Gulf of Tonkin shit, 100% true.
Oh, yeah, the false flag.
Yeah,
You know.
Well,
I mean,
you know, we talk about this every time we talk about false flags, but you know, that's how Hitler started the war, basically. With
that's pretty much
burning
what
of the
led me. I
Reichstag.
think, this is the path of thinking that I was like, I just keep questioning everything, so I don't have any confidence. But Bitcoin is something you can have confidence in,
Yes!
even though it's a
We're
talent.
back, baby! Woo!
It's
Yeah,
the only,
let's go!
it's the only thing that's gonna keep
The
running no
only
matter what.
thing.
Human
That's
behavior
what I'm
will.
fucking talking about, man. Desi's more committed than the ShamWow guy. Let's
Yeah,
fucking go, Desi.
I was just about to say, you literally are like Michael Saylor, dude. If you started doing your Michael Saylor, Desi Moore videos, you'd be famous.
That would be
There
sick.
is one thing that I mean, just turning
Yes!
the conversation to Bitcoin.
Love it.
And anyway, I mean, yeah, it's a great, I would say, long-term buying opportunity, 100%, not 100%, but there's no certainties. But
What's your target?
like upper target or
200K at least, right?
What's the target you're looking at?
I
100K?
mean, and maybe we got that next halving in a few years. I think that we're going to get at least one significant pump, maybe revisit the prior highs around the 60K region. Once we approach that area, we'll see significant resistance and fall approximately 50% on the Fibonacci retracement.
Oh,
After
hell
we
yeah.
continue to move it down,
Fibonacci's the
we'll have
man.
an extended consolidation period in which we'll have some capitulation by forced sellers, but eventually buyers will push this price up as quantitative easing begins maybe later in 2023. After that, 2004, with the next Bitcoin halving, expect major commotion in markets, and we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, I'd subscribe to that channel.
That was actually, I just surprised myself while I was doing that. I was like, holy shit, I'm doing this right now.
We're really doing it. Sick, bro. Start making your YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Actually, we should just create a YouTube channel and analyzing the other golf YouTube channels. Grant's gone from good. You were a good fan, right?
I'd say, yeah, you could call me a fan.
That was like,
these guys have, but
Desi was like the Will Ferrell in the old school, and he's in the competition for trivia, and he blacks out answering the question, where he does like that articulate answer, and then he's like, "What just happened?" That was Desi right then.
Yeah, well.
yeah. Oh, that was sick. But yeah. We'll
One
talk
thing
about
you
Bitcoin.
can't have confidence in is, all right, it's been, how long have you been working at Navy Federal?
Uno year.
1 year?
In
Do people know
February,
you're a
right?
Bitcoin guy now?
I mentioned it to a couple people. Actually, I had an interview. I set up this interview with kind of mentioned it last week with Pedram. This one lady who sat with me for a shadowing thing earlier was an executive, and I set up a meeting because I was like trying to think what else I want to do. So I was like, fuck it, let me just set this up. It's out of character for me, but I'll do it. And then I talked to her just like what she does, and she like settles payments, like ACH payments or whatever, like payment systems. And I brought it up. I was like, have you guys talked about Bitcoin and everything? She's like, they've explored it, and she kind of like, she's already done all her research. She mentioned the word fiat, which was crazy. She like said fiat. Thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
So I think she just can't talk much about it, but
Well, yeah, if you mention fiat, that means she's into it, I think.
Yeah.
And
that's like saying, I don't even know, but it's total Bitcoin jargon.
Yeah. It's like dropping like PPR if you think you're talking to a non-fantasy person.
Stupid fiat money people.
But no, she acknowledged like Bitcoin's volatile, but stable coins and Ethereum might have a place.
So did you get a job?
Haven't heard back still. I think they're waiting until the
It
next.
was an interview for a job?
Huh?
It was an interview for a job?
No, it wasn't. I just set up like not like an interview. I set up just a meeting just to talk for like 30
future.
minutes. Yeah, just see what they do. Just, reach out. Pretend that I'm like, hey, so yeah. I didn't really act that crazy. I mean.
You could just apply to the jobs, right?
Yeah, I could, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through this year. Just can't wait for like March. Maybe try to go back.
I mean, that's what people do. They apply if in the federal government, in my Fairfax County government, you spend like 10% of your week or 5% of your week applying to jobs in your company to try and move up. I mean, everybody's doing that.
Yeah.
You should be applying to all these Navy federal jobs that are better than yours.
Yeah, I will.
Because it also, even if you don't get them, it shows that the people who see them see that you're interested.
All right. Okay.
In other stuff.
Or a lot of people are or it's just being filtered out by the computer, but you'll get a couple interviews and you might get one.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna keep at it.
Yeah, I mean it's a total numbers game. I apply to 100 jobs, I get 5 interviews, and I get 1 job.
Yeah, dude, I don't miss the fucking job application process. It's horrible.
Especially when you're doing an internal one, it's so easy.
I know. Compared to
is easier than even the Fairfax County one. I mean, and both of them are easy.
Dude, there was some, like, this is how crazy it is, just like outside job stuff, but there were I got some responses from in-person interviews I did before I got this job within like the last 8 months. It's been 2 years.
Government?
No, just other jobs. Like and it's been 18 months since I applied and interviewed.
And they're just now telling you no?
No, and trying to advance it. I'm like, who waits around that long?
They probably had some unsuccessful people.
Yeah.
They're going back to the cert list.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ, I interviewed.
No, they had somebody in there for 6 months and he sucked. So
exactly. Yeah.
Or whatever. They got a promotion.
Probably the most tilting interview. I went in for one, and the second interview with this company, and my second interview was probably 3 hours with 6 different people, and ended with talking to like, I don't know, somebody like pretty high up and going through all this stuff and then not getting it. I'm like, why send me through all this shit then? Just 3 hours of like, fuck. The job hunting sucks ass.
That's too much.
Way too
much. See, that's what I'm saying. That's not anything like what I'm talking about.
No, that's internal. It's so easy. You just look at a board and be like, click, 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 click. Yeah. See what happens. 2 minutes. Yeah. That's why, like, Indeed as a job seeker is great. But on my side, when I'm looking for people, they make it way too easy for people to apply. I hate Indeed as an employer. Love it as a job seeker.
On Indeed, some of them you can set up. It's literally 1 click.
Yep, it's the worst.
I just don't know what I want to. I don't want to do anything though. I mean, that's like really.
The job Pedram sent me recently, but they hired somebody else. I mean, before I even interviewed or anything, but it's called like business specialist.
They always have fucking weird titles over there.
Well, I just mean analyst is probably too high up for Desi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Business, looking for. I think those kind of jobs. I remember a long time ago, Alex told me that those jobs are going to people with big degrees, but business specialists, look for those jobs if you can.
Okay, Travis, thanks for that advice, man. I'm really gonna look into this and imply what you just said.
Yeah, you don't want to be in collections, bro.
Yeah, I know I don't. Sometimes you got to do what you don't like to do so that you can enjoy what you don't want to do even more.
Yeah. No, plus you're in, man. It's great. That's what I'm saying. It should be easy for you to get some other internal job. You're in the company.
You're a company man. Hey.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I can't do. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not a company man. I'm still kind of feeling them out.
Yeah.
Why? Is it that? I mean,
you're a fucking rogue warrior. We know this.
You know, you get a normal job. You know, you can browse the internet, and you know, it's not as crazy as like what you're doing now, answering calls. I mean, there's days I don't have a lot of work where I spend, you know, a bunch of time just
mastering golf YouTube videos,
browsing golf forums, and watching YouTube videos and shit. I mean,
yeah,
that's what you need.
Yeah, I'm too cut off for the time I'm working. That is a major impact. I got used to it.
That's the thing. When you find restaurant dogs, Desi's a restaurant dog. It is so hard to break these restaurant dogs of going into society and working these jobs.
True freedom.
Domingo is a restaurant dog. It's just sometimes that's just the breed of animal, and those dogs just don't like being sat down in a kennel all day getting trained by an owner. They like being out in the yard.
Well, I'll tell you, I would still be at Lower Hill. I would still be at Lower Hill if it wasn't for Laura, because I never wanted to work in an office.
Who would? Yeah,
who would? But, you know.
It could be tight to work in a sick office with a sick view in Manhattan.
Well, now with telework, it's great.
Yeah, nothing. But I don't know.
Going into the office fucking sucks.
Yeah, I gotta figure my life out as a 34-year-old man here.
What's there to figure out?
I don't know.
If money didn't matter, what would you want to do with your days?
Just travel, honestly.
That's a stupid answer. Try again.
What?
That's a dumb answer. Nobody wants to travel.
That's crazy.
It's like a sexy. It's a sexy answer, but you don't really want to. Think about. Okay, here. Let me outline a day for you as a traveler.
I get it. You just made me realize. Okay.
You wake up at 6 a.m. You go to an airport. You're in a shitty airport, and then you're waiting in line. You weigh your bag. They charge you extra because you're a traveler, so you have more stuff.
Okay.
And then your boarding pass. Your boarding pass doesn't print correctly. You gotta go talk to customer service. And customer service tells you to go fuck yourself, but then you finally get it figured out, and then you're in boarding group E. You gotta wait behind all these smelly faggots with McDonald's and potato salad, waiting in line to get into your plane, and then.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, then you're in a country that speaks some other language. Then you're in a, you don't have any money.
Well,
what kind of traveler are you talking about? Let's think. Tell us more. What do you want to do?
I mean, I just like not just like go. But
you want to be free.
A couple weeks here, a few months there. Whoa! I ended up spending a year in the Mongolian desert. Jeez. I don't know.
What do you want to do with your time while you're there, though? Like, what's the point of your travels?
Just chill, dude. Like with my hands behind my back.
Yeah, you wouldn't get bored. You'd get bored.
I'd probably get bored. I just, if I had unlimited money, I could have unlimited.
I'm not saying unlimited money. I'm just saying if you weren't a money person, what would you do? I'm not saying you're rich. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
if
probably
you canceled that.
Probably make music maybe. I don't ever have time for it anymore. I feel like.
So why don't you just be a traveling DJ then? That just combines both of them.
It's not easy to do.
Why not?
Jason.
Is what you're doing now easy? Would you rather put 40 hours if you put 40 hours a week into becoming a traveling DJ, would that be better than what you're doing now?
All right, Jason, just because you've reached your nirvana of dog walking, maximum joy job.
Listen, All right, listen.
What?
You can do it. You can do whatever you want to do.
Thank you so much.
If you invested 40 hours a week,
a prisoner just like the rest of us.
if you invested 40 hours a week, that's a lot. I have a second job that's 20 hours, and that feels like so much. 40 hours is a lot. If you invested that into your future as a traveling DJ, you could do it easily.
Okay.
He's got the
That's my
discipline
new.
to do that.
I'm changing my name in the Marty group chat to traveling DJ right now.
Yeah. More music coming to a city near you. Listen, okay.
I give it a week. Look at him. He's bored out of his mind.
Nah, dude. Desi would love it. This is what you do. You got to put it out there. All right. Business development. That you're coming on the road. Figure out what cities do you think you would enjoy that you can realistically get to. Then
I mean, I would buy this if Desi had done more traveling.
I'm talking basic. I'm talking nothing outside.
Well,
I'm not talking flying. I'm talking traveling East Coast, major cities.
Yeah.
Going on Craigslist, find these ads of people who are looking for people to play birthday parties, corporate gigs, New York City, Philadelphia, Myrtle Beach, Florida. Local travel, local events, easy access. See how you like it. Try that 4 or 5 months. If you like that, expand your territories.
I will. Yeah. I need to
it's
been too long.
I'm just saying, 40 hours when you're working a normal job doesn't seem like much, but if you try and commit 40 hours to something else, it's so much. And you can accomplish so much with 40 hours.
Thanks for the career lessons, guys.
That is well on his way now, folks.
Dude, yeah. I need to get Zach over here, dude. You and me, Zach, we can do this.
Zach doesn't.
Wyatt, what if the three of us make it? Music. Wow. Jason, you've really inspired me. Travis, you've also provided great insight here on tonight's Marty episode. Thanks for that golf lesson, Jason, for the conspiratorial talk. I would like to speak about my new obsession, which is Bollywood movies.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I heard someone else on a podcast talk about that RRR movie.
That's not crazy. It's one of the most popular movies of the year.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind that. Sorry! Jesus Christ.
No, it's a big deal, bro.
Sorry. I didn't know.
You saw RRR, Desi?
I only watched 30 minutes, actually. I couldn't finish it the other night, but I've been watching some more classic ones. Mainly, so last night, this one wasn't that great, but it was an adaptation of Forrest Gump. And yeah, I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot. It's probably funny. And we were eating Chinese or Afghani food.
Great.
Indian food, sorry. And yeah, anyway, it wasn't that good, but it was interesting.
But
like the Pakistan, they still like incorporated Pakistani and Indian history in other countries.
So were the events that Forrest Gump witnessed in that movie applied to like Indian stuff?
Exactly, like the wars that they actually had, like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually kind of cool.
And then the Bubba Gump guy was a he made undergarments instead of shrimp. He had undergarments, so when he got back, he started a
That's actually really creative and cool. I actually like that a lot.
It's a cool idea, yeah, but it was.
Imagine them in the Bollywood writers' room. Let's take Forrest Gump and make it Indian.
All I really want is a clip of him running out of his leg braces scene.
That's what I was thinking. Dude. That's what I was thinking. I was literally thinking that. Is there that scene in it?
Oh yeah, it's literally it was very similar.
Shot
It's
by
almost
shot.
like and instead of on a bench, it's on a train, and he's eating these like Indian pastries, and he has this bottle of water where he squirts like a bottle of water.
Life is like a box of curry. You never know how hot it's gonna be.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
All is well.
What are you saying, Diz?
Nothing.
Nothing. You just made.
But the one that I will recommend actually.
Already?
Huh?
The one you would recommend?
3 Idiots. 3 Idiots is
outside
Familiar.
outside Ebbing.
Is that the name of our podcast?
It could be. That's not a bad idea, dude. The 3 Idiots. That has to be.
Travis took offense to that.
No, I definitely didn't. I know I'm
Just kidding.
But 3 Idiots, it's just well made. I thought it was very enjoyable. Some good music.
Sounds familiar.
Forrest Gump didn't have any musicals, which I was like kind of surprised by for a Bollywood film. But their musicals are actually enjoyable because it's like kind of funny but serious. It's really a weird vibe.
Well, I was kind of thinking that because there's this new Damien Chazelle movie coming out, Babylon. I was kind of thinking about La La Land. And I don't watch a lot of musicals, but so I don't really know if it's different, but I felt like in La La Land there was a couple that are kind of, funny.
If I hear someone bust out in a song, I can't get out quick enough.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing. Yeah, 3 seconds of it.
You didn't like it?
Oh, can I show you a little clip from
I don't like musicals either, but I did like La La Land. Is that your house, Desi?
Mm-hmm.
Are those things behind you penises?
Definitely phallic.
Phallic symbols.
Phallic symbols of some kind.
Denver Airport. Is that from the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Is this Forrest?
No, this is from 3 Idiots.
Oh.
From like 2006.
Is that Indian Zach Galifianakis? Why does he have that pullover shoulder bag?
Life out of control. Auto ko karke goal. Auto ko karke goal.
It's like kind of gay, I know. It's so weird.
मुर्गी का जाने अंडे का क्या होगा अरे लाइफ मिलेगी या तवे पे फ्राई होगा कोई ना जाने अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा होठ घुमाओ सीढ़ी बजा के बोल
So this is supposed to be a college dorm?
Yeah. And they're at the school and
like that crowded in it.
Yeah, it's a lot to explain. It's pretty deep stuff going on, actually, well made. They're all like engineers at a great school. Anyway, what'd you say?
All is well.
Yeah, that's the name of that song. I thought that would be funny. I had to show you guys that scene right there.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you like Avatar too?
Oh, I forgot I saw that. Jesus. Insane. Yeah, crazy. Last hour was you didn't even see 3D, did you?
No.
I mean, you're missing out, bro. I mean, it was.
Really?
I kept like opening my eyes and like, holy shit, this is like the craziest thing I've ever seen, dude.
Yeah, I've heard a couple people say it, and this is like how I think it should be said: is going to see Avatar is basically not like going to see a movie.
Yeah.
It's going on like a roller coaster ride. It's like an amusement park.
Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude. And I went to IMAX 3D at Hoffman. I kind of want to see it again in a bigger theater because just the animation was just.
Well, now I guess I gotta see it in 3D.
Let's go, bro. Let's go in 3D.
All right, let's do it. I'll do it.
I want to see it in like the best.
Yeah, I mean
option,
that's
though.
the thing. I broke my 3D rule for Avatar 1. I need to break it for Avatar 2. That's the only thing I'll see 3D.
Sick. I mean, just the boats and then yeah, the story.
I couldn't believe that. There was like
story
a
was
bunch of scenes that were like Titanic and Abyss. Like in the sunken corridors of that ship and stuff. You never thought you never were reminded of Titanic?
Of course I was. I didn't know we were talking about the film. We're allowed to. Just said Jason.
I don't think anybody else in the league is interested in it.
I will
Really?
never see it. You can spoil
Okay.
as much as you want.
Okay, that's all. Yeah, I thought the same thing with the Titanic thing.
And you never saw The Abyss, probably.
Did he do that movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's older. That's 80s.
Oh, okay.
You might like Abyss.
That might
Ed Harris.
Okay, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And the guy from Terminator and Aliens.
Terminator 2?
No, Terminator 1. John Connor's dad in Terminator.
Okay, sick.
You know, the soldier guy.
Damn, that sounds like a sick movie then.
Pretty good. He's the best. He's like the best. Well, yeah, I won't. Yeah, never mind.
What's the movie called again?
The Abyss.
ABYSS.
89 film. Sick.
89, yeah. Dude, you might like The Abyss. It's James Cameron classic right there.
And that's probably what got him on the scene to start producing Titanic, dude.
Well, yeah, no, somebody, my mom told me that she was watching something about James Cameron, and he has his own, diveable thing, basically a submarine. Like, he's obsessed with this shit. He loves, going underwater, deep underwater. That's his shit.
He's a fucking lizard person.
Yeah. So it totally clicked into place, because now basically all his movies are about water except for Terminator.
Why is he so obsessed with water?
That's what I mean.
I need to look into
fucking
this.
Submarine.
He likes filming
That's
under
so
there, yeah.
Weird.
Yeah,
Really weird.
crazy. Well, it's not that crazy, dude. People love the ocean is
It's really weird.
basically as big a mystery as space, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, way bigger. It's harder to get depths of the ocean than it is depths of space.
Well, I don't know about that. Space is a lot bigger.
It is.
It's
Well,
a
the
lot
pressure-
bigger.
The pressure in water is way harder to navigate than space.
But you
There's
never know
gravity
what's.
wells in
We've never
space,
been
too.
to the depths of what's down there, dude. The pressure and stuff. There could be black holes. There's nothing like the pressure of that,
Yeah, I know.
There's no beginning and end to
10%
water.
of the oceans, or 30% or something.
There's no beginning or into water.
There's no what?
Beginning or into water.
The craziest fact I've
Water
ever
flat
heard.
circle.
Wait, listen to this. This is the craziest fact I've ever heard in my entire life.
Bar none.
There is more water under the Antarctic Ocean than in the Antarctic Ocean. They basically found out it refreshes itself
From under the
from under. There's more water under it than in it. How fucking crazy is that?
Because of the ice?
No, it's like
I don't know. It's like
mantle.
there's holes at each side, and that water runs through and it recycles itself. So underneath the ocean is a ton of water.
Fucking
That's so
weird place.
wild.
If only
So
we had all the
Earth
knowledge.
is a living organism, machine, basically. It's a living, breathing son of a biscuit. I did 2 tours, and that was mean bush. Got this 3 days in Pandora.
Have you been talking in an Indian accent since you've been watching all this Bollywood stuff?
Yes, Jason. I actually like this idea of speaking in Indian language.
Dude, you're in customer service watching Bollywood. You might as well just go full Indian.
Yeah, why don't you start answering the phone? Hello, this is...
Hello.
Travis, I have a question for you. I think you make movies.
Done more.
Are you happy with your credit?
Hello, thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. My name is John.
What would the conversation be like after they hear that?
Hello?
Would you be fired on the spot?
Not if I kept it up the whole call.
Yeah,
I mean, did the whole call, and they
Did we accidentally intercept Sandeep instead of Desi on this one?
Sir, I'm so sorry that you don't think I am real. This is my voice. Think I can pull it off?
What happens when they call you? What happens when they call you into the office?
You keep it up.
Why does it matter? They don't know who I am. John, you can't keep doing this. I don't care if I can do this. I'm going to keep doing it until you fire me.
Have you ever seen Three Idiots?
Yeah.
Is all well.
The 3 Idiots podcast.
That's a spicy meatball.
All right, let's take a look at the playoff matchup.
Got the Chode was the Chode Hunter.
Oh, the classic matchup.
This is what we've all been waiting for.
Steve Irwin versus Stingray Killer.
16 semi.
There it is. Fire me up.
All right, we're back. It's week 16 of the Marty Stein Fantasy Playoffs. We're here to talk about 2 exciting matchups. First, let's get to Pedram and Andy. Travis, how you feeling?
Yeah, one call.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, but Pedram's got quite the 20-point lead here in the preview. 62% win percentage possibilities over Andy, but Andy's been a dog all year, and that dog keeps barking.
Oh, yeah.
Jason, what are your thoughts on this week's matchup of Pedram versus Andy?
Well, I think Yahoo might be on the right track here. They seem to be selling high on Zay Jones, only projecting him 8 points when he's been a top 5 wide receiver for the last 6 weeks. And I think that might be correct. I think it might be the Christian Kirk week. Thursday night craziness, touchdown luck. I think Christian Kirk, and he just happens to be on Pedram's team. I didn't know that when I started this talk. So I think Andy might be in trouble here.
That's a 2-point swing.
That's a big swing there. Big swing there. Buffalo's pass defense is perfectly set up to contain Justin Fields. The wins in the Cleveland-New Orleans game, he's starting Taysom Hill. The over-under, if it stays as it is, will be the lowest in the history of NFL gambling at 30.5 points is the over-under.
For the Cleveland-New
Orleans game would be the lowest in the history of ever final over-under lines in NFL gambling history.
Fantastic.
So not expecting too many points there. And he's got Olave and Taysom Hill lined up in that matchup. I think Pedram will cruise.
Ooh, pretty straightforward. Pedram's team does look stronger, less things going on when you look in. Andy's team's going to huff and puff, but he's not going to be able to blow down Pedram this week.
I like that a lot.
I'm going to take Pedram to clean up here.
I'm backing a three-headed monster of Justin Fields. It's going to be a Dalvin Cook Sunday. That's going to Saturday, and that's going to take away from Cousins. And then, of course, you've got to back that one of the hottest quarterbacks in the league, Trevor Lawrence. He's doing it all right now with his good buddy, Zay Jones. I'm taking that three-headed monster to cook up Dalvin style, Scalpel Bloom, Pedram. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, puns galore.
Damn, Andy,
like
love to see you prove us wrong this week. I mean, with the breakout potential of Austin Eckler, Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris even, I mean, they could blow up. And, things get interesting here, but I think we all like Pedram.
Except Travis.
I picked Andy.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about the Chode Hunter.
The Chode Hunter.
And the Chode Claw.
There's the Chode himself.
Ooh, that's a big spread this week.
Jeff doing his best Pedram impersonation, picking up Minshew on the block. Zach is toast now.
That's why the spread is so much, because Hurts is labeled at a 0. Zach trying to will Hurts out of injury report and leaving him in the starting lineup when there's a 0% chance he's going to play on Sunday.
Let's take his highest rated bench player, 11 points, pop him in there, and that puts him at 130. It's about a 10-point game.
Yeah.
It's not far off. This should be a close one, fellas. Closer than it looks.
Yep, that's correct.
Well,
it's a big one. The Chode needs a big one from Josh Allen here if he's to do anything.
He's going to need a miraculous 50 burger from Josh Allen this week.
That's what it looks like. Or could we see the Mike Evans of old one more time? Another vintage Mike Evans 40-point performance. We haven't seen it all year. Could this be the time?
This will be the week that Zach will need to Foreman and get down and dirty to scrum up some points and win this week. That's for sure.
You calling on a big week from Dunta?
Detroit doesn't like playing defense against any position.
No, they don't.
Hurts was a huge part of this offense. It just don't, even with him playing, I don't know. We're looking at a full team here. Jeff is when I look at his team all season, it's just looked meaty. You know what I mean? It's just
a lot of meat on
taters. That's not ironic because that's all Jeff eats is steak.
That's perfect. He really reflects in his team here.
Yes.
Good luck, Zach, but I'm going with Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to force me to pick one here, Desi, I'm going to have to go with Jeff. He's got the great one, Tom Brady. Devontae Adams had a couple slow weeks, but he's one of the top receiving options in the NFL. Leads the league in touchdowns, I believe. Not sure about that, but he's close. McKinnon, this guy can't be stopped right now. He's really something there coming out of the backfield. A couple different ways and down there in Kansas City. Going to be a cold one, so buckle up. Marquise Brown won't do anything guaranteed, but still got enough to get him over the line. I'm seeing a Pedram versus Jeff final battle in the Marty Stein Championship.
I don't know why.
Oh, no, wait, I picked Andy.
Andy
versus Jeff.
Yeah. Is that not a rematch of last year or 2 years ago? Who did Pedram beat in a...
Pedram won one, and was he also in a final too?
Who did Pedram beat?
Might have been Jeff.
We'll have to look back at the history of the Marty, which is not too hard.
I don't know why, Hugo, but your breakdown after Marquise Brown gave me deja vu for some reason. Yeah, that was weird. Before this year, you would be rich betting against Zach in fantasy football. And I think that trend can start again this week. I think Jeff takes him to Pound Town, and I don't think there's any hope for Zach in this matchup. I don't care what happens or who plays or what it doesn't matter. Zach loses easily, and Jeff hunts the chode.
He's got to make a bigger boat.
All right, listen to this. Jeff was VES, all right? That was his team last year?
Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, Eric was first last year, Jeff second, Pedram third.
Oh. Couple of strong owners there. Eric just
2020
passed me in
season.
the quarterfinals.
We got Ben. Was Ben Sorrow Suckers?
Yeah.
He won it?
Yeah. He won.
Okay, so Ben won 2020. Okay. Foxney Lynn was Eric.
Eric.
Right. Okay. So Eric's. Yep. We got Josh, and then Josh made third place that year.
So funny, dude.
19.
I'll never forget. Every year, when we talked about the buy-in, Ben would complain it was too low because he would win. That 2020 year was the lowest buy-in we ever did, and he won. I'll never forget. That was the funniest fucking thing to ever happen in this league. That he won on the lowest buy-in year.
But we haven't really raised it since then.
A little bit.
It was what, 130 this year?
150.
It was 150?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think it was 100 that
100.
year.
Yeah. That is pretty
so fucking funny.
That's an extra $600 in the pot.
Yep. And yeah, there used to be a lot. We used to do like what, 300.
We did a 350
buy in as much as you want.
Regular snake draft,
didn't we?
And then we did a year where you could buy in between 300 and 500.
And everyone did 500.
Everyone did.
We did $500. Holy shit, dude! How much was in the fucking pot that year?
And that was the year also that we considered putting it to Bitcoin when it blew up that year too.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That's what we probably should look into doing next year. Every other year.
That's crazy. I mean, that's $6,000. Did the winner won like $4,000 or something?
We did we did a bunch of stuff. We did like first, second, third, survivor, points leader. We did a bunch of shit that year.
But they still won at least $2,000, right?
Oh, they won a lot, yeah. I think it was like 3,200, something like that, yeah.
I just realized, what is the crypto that was won? They never cashed that out, right? Like that.
I have no clue. Jeff was so tilted by that whole process.
I bet. I don't even think it was my idea to say put the.
I'm pretty sure it was your idea. No, 100%. Wait. Wasn't it like randomly Pedram's idea?
Exactly, it was, I think.
But were you whispering to him in the back channel?
No, not at all, dude. That was the summer of.
Well, he heard you talking. He heard you talking about it on the podcast.
That was August of 2021. Yeah, but anyway, guys, good luck to the NFL playoffs. Minority participants. You guys want to play a game?
Nope.
Damn. All right, I'm about to go play FIFA online on my Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
You got an Xbox?
Play?
Come on, I'm just kidding, dude. I wish I was.
You son of a fucking bitch. Hugo.
I drove to Leesburg to pick up an Xbox.
Damn.
What happened to yours?
Well, I mean, it's dying, so I just got an Xbox X.
Nice.
Got the new joint.
I was gonna text you and Nick and see if you wanted to fire some up this evening.
I might be able to do that. I'm not going into work until fucking January 2nd.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah. I mean, I'm teleworking tomorrow, but
Oh, okay.
I don't have to go into the office, and I'm off all next week.
The weekend got boned by these weekend holidays this year.
Yeah, Navy Federal recognizes it on a Monday, though.
No, I know. So, like, for us, you get off, previous years, we did Christmas Eve, Christmas, and the day after, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and the day after. But they all fell on Saturdays and Sundays, so we just do the Mondays. So we lost 4 days of vacation this year because they fell on the weekends. It sucks.
Well,
Whatever.
It's a shame.
Goddamn shame.
I gotta see how the weather is Friday. It's supposed to be really bad overnight tomorrow, and I said I'm going to the office.
It's supposed to get cold as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting the remnants of the blizzard in the middle of the country.
Ooh, I like that. Luckily, I'll be driving around, fucking picking up family members.
No, we're not getting anything actually. It's just gonna be cold. But there are blizzards in like.
I did see potential of like some sleet, ice, rain, and stuff
Here?
this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, really?
But it's supposed to be cold as balls, like highs in the 20s and shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Avatar?
John Williams. No, come on, bro. It's Jurassic Park.
It's Avatar.
John Williams.
I
This
just
is
hear like a
Avatar.
little kid just screaming, "You can do it! We've done it! Come on, kids, let's go!"
What?
I don't know. In Jurassic Park.
I'm never coming back to this place again.
I've decided
Newman!
not to endorse your park.
Come on, Newman.
Did it. Newman fucked it all up. Driving in the rain.
You trying to make a horror film about people doing what Ace Tron did, move into some random location to start a village, but then it turns out to be a major.
Wait, he moved into a village?
Dude, I'm pretty sure I told you about this when
That's
I
what-
went
yeah.
on my date with Chloe, that he was starting a commune, getting off everything. He did like a home water birth. Like,
Yeah, I remember that. But
he refused to get his child birth certificates.
Yeah.
Like, he's full off
But you
grid.
didn't say he was living in a village.
They started a commune.
What is that?
It's basically like other people who come in. It's like it's like a village.
But like, where is
people
in the woods? In a
No,
trailer?
I don't know if it's that crazy, but it's like
House?
I don't know all the details, but it is basically as off grid as you can get. Oh, Travis froze. He's bye.
Chad's probably not plugged in.
Bye, Travis.
Oh shit! What if he fucks up the call? If he...
Oh yeah, it's just gonna keep recording.
Nope, he's.
Oh,
there.
he's back. There's his eyes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you froze.
bro. You didn't say anything.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't freeze for me, which is weird.
That's usually how it works. You don't freeze in real life, just on the computer.
Wow. But I mean,
Oh, and you froze again. Still frozen. Can't hear you. Nothing's coming. Not sure if you can hear me, but you're frozen.
Do you see what
I see. Do you hear what I hear?
sky, little lamb?
yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Do
He's
you
coming
see
back.
what I see?
See what I see.
A star, dancing in the night.
Back to frozen, Travis.
Enjoy this pleasant Christmas music while we wait for Travis to return.
Please hold. Your call will be answered shortly. We appreciate your support and your patience.
Do you hear
Hear what I hear?
Does sound like waiting music.
ringing through the sky, shepherd
Damn, what if we got poker one of these days, man?
It's impossible. There's not enough people. If one person
Friday-
says no, it's over.
Friday night, I feel like might be a sneaky one this week. I can't do Saturday or Sunday, but Friday.
Travis just texted, that's the end.
Well, what about the podcast call?
I don't know. That's what I said. Can you end the call?
Do you know
You know what I know?
in your palace warm, mighty king?
Damn.